All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know a lot of you watching this right now are feeling massive amounts of uncertainty in your lives. While AI is growing every single day, you are just left with questions like, will I be replaced at my job? Am I using AI enough in my business? Am I falling behind? Am I becoming irrelevant? Now, if you've ever felt this way, you need to listen very, very closely because these are valid questions that need to be addressed. And that's why I'm going to give you the clearest path to becoming irreplaceable in this AI revolution so you don't feel this way anymore. And you might be wondering, okay, what gives this 21-year-old validity on telling me how to succeed? He's barely even lived. Well, a lot of this identity shifting knowledge that I'm going to be talking about today comes from a book that I've been reading, Psycho-Cybernetics. This is a great book. 65 years old, and it's read by over 30 million people. And a lot of people going through this have implemented those techniques and have found massive success. So I'm relating this information back to the AI revolution. And it's insane how much these things line up. Furthermore, I've also already gotten results for thousands of people, 95% of which are over the age of 35. And I've gotten results for myself, okay? I've built a 7-figure business in under 3 years during this AI revolution when uncertainty is at its peak. So what I'm going to share with you today, this is already stuff that has worked for other people. And if you actually apply it and you take it seriously, it can change the trajectory of your life and make you thrive in this AI revolution rather than just trying to survive. Now, the first, and in my opinion, the most important thing in becoming irreplaceable is to change your self-image. The real reason AI seems so threatening right now is not because you're worried about it taking your job, replacing you, or making you irrelevant. The real reason is because it threatens your self-image. Now, I want you to think about this. If you've always been the writer, then of course you're going to feel threatened and nervous when something writes 10 times better and 10 times faster than you, plus it's accessible to literally everyone. Now, if you've always been the designer, then obviously it's going to feel uncomfortable when anyone can access a tool that generates professional designs on demand. It doesn't matter what you consider your role to be, you feel threatened by AI because it replaces that role. And that is how you've been defining yourself, that is how you did define yourself, and that's how you were going to define yourself. So when something comes along that takes your role and everybody has access to it, then yeah, it's going to feel scary, you're going to feel threatened, and you might honestly even take it a little personal. But who would blame you? I mean, after all, you are the writer, the designer, the programmer. So before you get anywhere near tactics or skills, you need to redefine what you see yourself as and completely change your self-image. Because right now, all of your actions, your thoughts, and behaviors are driven by the version of yourself that you think you are. So in order to change that, I have 3 identity upgrades for you that will immediately change the way you define yourself. And this is going to make you a force in the AI revolution. This exercise is actually a resource I gave to our community of over 1,000 members who we are actively guiding through the constant changes of AI to ensure they stay irreplaceable and thrive in this landscape. So this is the AI self-image reinvention exercise that I want you to complete while following along in this video. This is something I had to do when I was 17 or 18 years old because I was always the website designer through high school. That's what I kind of wanted to be, that's who I kind of was. But when I realized that AI could build websites for me in a matter of seconds and do all the copy, give me design tips, I started to have to take a step back and understand, who am I? What do I actually do? So step number 1 in this self-image reinvention exercise is to name your old identity. Write down in 1 sentence how you've always defined yourself professionally. And this is a very role-based identity. So some examples are, I am a writer, I am a manager, I am a designer, I am a data analyst, I am a business owner, I am a coder, I am a programmer, right? What is your role-based identity? This is now your old identity. And after you've named your old identity, I want you to pause and actually write this down or open up a Google Doc and actually follow along with me here. After you write down your old identity, what you need to do is you need to apply what I like to call upgrade number 1. And this is where you switch from a role-based identity to a value-based identity. This turns you from a title to a value creator. So rewrite that same sentence that you just did, I am a writer, or I am a marketer, or I am a creator, I'm a business owner. Rewrite that sentence, but swap the role for the value you actually create with the thing that you do. Ask yourself, what outcome do I really provide others? People don't care that you're a writer. What's the actual value you provide by being a writer? Example, I am a writer goes to, I create clarity and outcome through words. Boom, automatically, you're already gaining a sense of independence apart from the AI revolution. Because you're not doing something that can be done by ChatGPT, rather you're creating clarity and outcome through words. It's so much more powerful than just saying, I'm a writer. Or for another example, I'm a manager. Instead of that, I create alignment so teams hit their goals. So much better. And this is only upgrade number 1 and step number 2 of this process. So I want you to think of this yourself as well. Don't use AI when doing this, but write down your old identity and apply upgrade number 1. Already you're going to be feeling much more irreplaceable and much better about yourself. Next, it's time to move on to upgrade number 2, and I love this one. This one is labor to leverage. Take that value sentence that you have, so maybe it's I create clarity and outcomes through words, and ask yourself, how could AI multiply or expand this? Everyone is too much in the replacement mindset when it comes to AI, rather than having AI be an extension of who they are and what they do and the value they actually create. So that's what we're asking in this step. How can AI multiply or expand this? So what you need to do is replace I do with I orchestrate or I direct. An example of that would be taking your value statement. If we're going down the writer example, instead of I create clarity and outcomes through words, which is already super powerful, we're now taking a step back and realizing AI can multiply and expand this. So we're changing it from that to I orchestrate clarity at scale by directing AI to generate and refine communication. And maybe that's not even what you want to do. Maybe you don't even want to have AI generate or refine the communication. Maybe you just want to have it do one thing. You need to start looking at AI as your tool instead of some replacement thing that's going to wipe us off the planet, right? When the drill came out for construction workers, they weren't like, I just want to stick to my hammer and nail. They were like, no, give me that drill so I can pump up that drywall like crazy. Okay, so that's kind of how you need to be thinking about it. You're a worker and you're adding a new tool to your kit. But after upgrade number 2, you'll quickly understand you're not the worker. You're actually becoming the conductor, because your mind is powering the model. The mind is more powerful than the model. So understand that in upgrade number 2. Finally, we get to upgrade number 3, and that is going from scarcity to synthesis. So ask yourself, how do I combine human judgment and AI in a way that others can't? So this is where you actually have to be you. And a lot of people just throw it aside because it's an easy way to say, no, AI is going to take it all out. Like, I don't need to think. Like, AI is going to take my job. It's such a cop-out. And this is the stuff that nobody's asking themselves. How do I combine my human judgment and AI in a way that others can't? And now you need to write a new version that makes your uniqueness about synthesis, not scarcity. Here's an example. From I orchestrate clarity at scale by directing AI to generate and refine communication, to my value is how I combine human judgment and AI tools to deliver communication and clarity no one else can. So now it's shifting the value from AI to your human judgment is what makes it so powerful, because you're the one directing the model. And like I said, the mind is more powerful than the model. So this is what makes you irreplaceable, because your power is in the blend of human plus AI. When you start framing yourself as a value creator rather than a role, it becomes more powerful, and we all tie it back to value. So now your value is how you combine human judgment and AI to deliver communication and clarity that no one else can. Think about if somebody came to you and said, I'm a writer, I can help. No, ChatGPT's got me. Now think about if somebody came to you and said, my value is how I combine my human judgment with AI in order to deliver clarity that nobody else can right now. That is much more powerful and sought after, and that is irreplaceable because you have your own human judgment. Now listen, the only way that your new identity sticks is to prove it to yourself. So over the next month, I want you to do 4 things. Each week, I want you to choose one task that feels heavy, repetitive, or like a bottleneck. And every week, I want you to ask yourself, what is a task that drains the most energy or time from me right now? It depends on what you are and where you are in life, but for some of you that might be emails, it might be reports, it might be customer support, content creation, whatever that task is at the beginning of each week, I want you to solidify it. It should take about 5 to 10 minutes just to think of a task that takes you a lot of time. Step number 2 each week is I want you to think about how could AI or automation take over just 80% of this task? Not 100%, but how can it take over 80% of the process, leaving 20% for me? Again, you're the orchestrator now. Number 3, what tool or workflow could I test this week to make it happen? Even if it's rough, your brain just needs a little bit of evidence that it might kind of work in order for it to believe this new value creator role that you've given yourself. And finally, number 4, how will I measure success? This is going to lock it into your brain that this is who I am and this is what I do. How many minutes saved? How is the quality improved? Clarity gained? Stress reduced? These are all ways that you can measure success. And for a writer, it might not be drafting up all of your writing for the week, but it might just be using AI as a brainstorming tool to help generate ideas and ideate content for you. So by the end of this 4 weeks, you are going to have 4 real world examples. And this is going to be living proof that your new identity isn't just words, but it's actually reality. This is going to take a month. But if you want to prove it to your central nervous system today, that you are serious about this and you want to ensure that you're not being replaced by AI or by other people who are using AI, then I have 2 tasks for you to complete. Number 1, go buy this book. It's like $15. You could read it in a weekend, and it's going to completely revamp your self-image and quit making you feel like you're going to be replaced. It's going to make you the owner and the master of your domain. And after you purchase this book, I want you to prove it to me. I want you to come join the AI Foundations community. It's $97 a month. And I want you to come tell me that you bought this book and that you're going all in. And I want you to come learn and thrive with us. We've had people in there that have replaced their 9-to-5 work entirely, while doing so getting a raise and getting more days off. That was just one use case. We've had a person go through our training and land a job at Apple. We've had a person watch just two of our hundreds of video modules and end up saving $70,000 in their business in a single weekend because of what they know. People are already losing jobs. People are already becoming replaceable. But if you want to become irreplaceable, we teach you all the fundamentals to do so that as AI changes, you don't have to worry about it. Now, if you just implement what I taught you today, that will be enough. But if you want to supercharge it and you want to prove to yourself that you're ready, 2 steps. Get this book, join AI Foundations, and post it. Say, listen, I bought this book and I'm going all in. I'm making myself irreplaceable. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you've developed your new identity. This isn't about getting you in AI Foundations. This is about changing who you are. And remember, the real reason AI feels so threatening right now is not because it has potential to take your job, make you irrelevant, and replace you. It's because it's replacing who you believe yourself to be. If you reframe that, then you will become irreplaceable. You just need to prove it to yourself. All right, I hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you on the inside, and I'll see you in the next video.